Welcome all of you to my channel. I thought to start a reading series to help for someone who need more assistance in reading section. In the exam also, you will get 5 question types in the reading section. Reading section basically have 5 main question types. I will do 1 question each from all of these questions that is appear in the same sequence in the exam also. So let's start with the first question type, that is reading and writing, fill in the blanks. Before moving to the lesson, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Those who are new to the channel today and those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. That will be a motivation for me. Okay, then let's start with the question. As you can see here, I will show you what is the priority of this question. For the reading and writing, fill in the blanks question, you will get total of 44.4 marks. For writing, you will get 22.3, and for reading also, you will get somewhere around 22.1. Question has categorized as a super important question in the exam. I will give you 2.5 minutes for preparation of these answers. After 2.5 minutes, we will discuss this question. Okay, now let's discuss the question. I hope you all are ready with the answers. Start from here. The widespread use of artificial light in modern societies means that light pollution is increasingly common feature of the environments humans inhabit. So this topic, when you see this first sentence, you can see that we are talking about light pollution. What it means about light pollution because of the artificial light. So now let's first discuss this first blank. We will see the first blank. This type of pollution is blank high in coastal regions of tropic and temperate zones. So now we have a blank next to the verb. When you have a blank next to the verb, it should be a adverb. Normally adverbs are ending with ly. It's not always the case, but there are some exceptions like well, fast, that kind of different words are also there. But normally adverbs are ending with ly. Let's see what adverbs that it says. This type of pollution is exceptionally high, absolutely high, nearly high, really high. When you see these two answers, nearly high, We cannot say nearly high because it says because of this human population that there is a high pollution, especially in these coastal regions. So we cannot say really high because it obviously high because it does say something because of the high population that there is an effect for the pollution, light pollution. We are talking about light pollution here. So we cannot say nearly high also. Other thing is absolutely high. In this sentence, absolutely high doesn't match. We have to select exceptionally high. Exceptionally high means that it is high unusually, that it is high to an extreme level unusually. Now let's move to the next sentence. Light pollution is a threat for many species that inhabit these locations, particularly those whose ecology or behavior depends. There are two commas between the blank. So it says something that this light pollution is an effect. Light pollution has become a problem, threat to species also. Let's see what are the answers. In no way. It doesn't say something negative. It says something now. It's going to say something new about this topic. Now, for the species, what happened? How does it threat to some species who live in the coastal area? So we cannot say no way. Other thing is by the way. By the way, normally we use when you introduce a new topic. For example, you say, now you can say like, I think we have discussed most of everything. By the way, what time is it now? So we are now introducing a new specific topic. So in such kind of situations, you can use the words by the way. By the way phrase is normally used in introducing a new topic. By no means. That means it doesn't happen. It doesn't include. So, but in this situation, we have to say in some way. In some way is the most suitable answer in this situation. All right. As I have explained in my detailed video, if there is not any blank, please do not read this sentence. This is how you save the time. So now let's move to this sentence because there is a blank here. Under natural conditions, now we are going to discuss what happens under the natural conditions. Turtles hatch predominantly at night. So when you have something written in within brackets, do not read that one also. If there isn't any blank inside that one, do not read that one also because that is a further explanation of what that has been just said. So it says turtles hatch predominantly at night. There is some explanation about how it happens and show an innate and well-directed orientation to the water. Innate orientation, it says like naturally inborn orientation is always these turtles have towards the water. Comma, blank, mostly on light cues that attract them towards the brighter horizon above the sea surface. That it says that they were given some light cues, they were given some signals, light signals or light indications. So because of that one, they are attracting towards the surface of the sea. That happens. So what can be the answer here? Let's see what are the answers here. Imposing. Imposing means something urged to happen, something forced to happen. So imposing was on light cues. It actually does not match, but it gives some influence. It's not some imposing, like it's not forcing, but when there are some light cues, what happens? Figuring, relying, pouring. Here, the most suitable answer is relying because figuring also doesn't match here. Because figuring out something, we figure out something, but it doesn't match here. Figuring most light cues. The most matching one is relying mostly on light cues. Depending, relying means that it depends. So their orientation towards the water, that means they move towards the water, is mostly depending on the light indications, light signals that they were given. So light signals were given based on the light pollution. So light pollution happens because of the human population in the coastal area. All right, now let's go to the next line straight away. Artificial lighting on beaches is strongly attractive to hatchlings and can cause them blank away from the sea and interfere with their ability to orient in a constant direction. Let's see what are the answers here. Cause them to move away from the sea. What happens here? that cause something to happen something, and then their normal orientation is changed. So what happens, what has happened for them can cause them to moving away. We cannot say moving away from the sea. Moved away. Move. Here actually, like the grammatically, the most suitable one is to move away. When it doesn't have any blank in a particular sentence, do not write that one. This is how you save the time in the exam also. Now let's go to the second question type. Second question type in the reading section is reading MCQ multiple answers. You will get only total of 3 marks for reading section. This is not that important in the exam, but anyway, I will let you know how you can face this question in the exam. You will get a question something similar to this, and you will have to select the most matching answers, more suitable answers. That it says here in this, for instance, in this example, it says what factors were involved in the disparity between the calendars of Britain and Europe in the 17th century. In this question, as you can see, you have square buttons to select. That means in this exam, even in the listen section, when you have square buttons, that means you have to select multiple answers. Only problem in this question is you will be given only 3 marks, but other thing is you have negative marks also. If the answer is wrong, you will have negative marks also. Therefore, I recommend only select one answer and quickly submit it and skip this question, because out of total of 90, you will be given only 3 marks. There are some other sections in this reading section that is very important. Therefore, skip this question. Straight away select whatever one answer, just one answer, submit and go to the next question. That's it. This is how you have to face in this question. Now let's move to the third question type in the reading section. Third question type is a reorder paragraph. You will be given roughly 6 marks for this question. This is somewhat important in the exam. Let's discuss one example of this one also now. This is what we call is the reorder paragraphs. You have a couple of sentences. You have to order them. These are not in same order. You have to order, you have to rearrange them. So first of all, you will have to have the topic sentence, and then matching pairs you have to select, because marks are given for matching pairs. I think I will give you 1.5 minutes. You can prepare with your answers in 1.5 minutes. So now let's discuss. Now, first of all, what you have to find is the topic statement, topic sentence. In other words, you can say this could be the general statements. Now, let's select which one. When we take the first question, it starts with they. They means it refers to something. That means this cannot be the first sentence. This cannot be the topic sentence. It says the meerkats. When you have when you have the word that means it refers to something that has discussed already. See the fourth one also, here it started it. It means it also refers to something. That means something has already said previously. The third sentence becomes the topic sentence. Let's see what says in that one. Meerkats, a small group living mongoose in southern Africa, have been so extensively studied and filmed that we can follow individuals through their lives like characters in an animal soap opera. Here it gives some general idea about meerkats, and it says where they live, and they have been conducted some studies and have been filmed about these species. So it gives a small idea, general overview of this topic. So we can select this as the topic center, so we can move this to the top. And now we have to select the correct pair because the marks are normally given for the correct pair, correct matching pair. They are so habituated to humans that they will climb on of weighing scales when a scientist want to weigh an animal. Habituated means that they have been used to something, used to do something with humans. So now let's see the other answers. Now the meerkats have been followed over generations. So now general idea is given. Now there is some kind of matching idea is also here. Now let's see the fourth one also. It is remarkable that behavior. Now, in the fourth sentence also, it discusses about a behavior. That means a behavior has to be introduced in the previous sentence. Fourth line cannot be the second one. So when you take the first sentence and the second one, the more suitable one after the first topic sentence would be the second one because it says about meerkats and then it gives some further explanation. Normally, the second sentence gives further explanation. It has explained about meerkats and then it gives some detailed explanation, further explanation about meerkats. So the second question, the second sentence goes to the second. And let's see which one goes next. Now I said before, like behavior cannot be the first one because first of all, it has to explain particular behavior. Now it says it's habituated to humans. That means they are used to something. Habituated to humans that they will climb on and off, weighing scales. When scientists do some particular experiments, when they do experiments for weighing and climbing on off, and when they do some things, these particular animals, these particular species have habituated to humans. So this is the behavior, and then it is that behavior. It is remarkable that behavior, which at one time could only be observed by dedicated field workers, is now readily available for all of us to see. This is how you have to solve. You have to find the matching pair. When you have 3 and 2 correct in this correct sequence, you will be given 1 mark. When you have the 2 and 1 in the same sequence, you will be given further another mark. When you have 1 and 4 correct together, you will be given another mark. Then you will be given total of 3 marks in this question. Alright, this is how you have to do this question. We will move to the next question type now. Fourth question type in the reading section is the reading fill in the blanks. You will be given roughly 14.8 marks for the reading section. This has been categorized as very important question in the exams. Now let's discuss a question from that one. Reading fill in the blanks questions is something similar to this. You will be given a passage and there are some blanks. You have to select the matching most suitable answer from here and drag that answer to the suitable blank. So now let's discuss this question. I will give you 2 minutes for this question. After 2 minutes, we will discuss the question. Let's discuss this question. Deciding to go to business school is perhaps the simplest part of what can be a complicated process. Now it says a general idea about from the whole complicated process. Just decision of going to the school would be the simplest part. That means that's the beginning. With nearly 600 accredited MBA programs on blank around the world, the choice of where to study can be overwhelming. Now it says something MBA programs, like there are 600 programs around the world and choice something. We have to select something. So now let's see what can be the answer. MBA programs on standard around the world, not matching, except around the world, it doesn't match. Hold around the world, offer around the world, programs on offer around the world. We will keep that for we will keep that one. Choose around the world, the choice of where. Along with this word on, choose doesn't match. On choose, on select, on minority, on want, on majority criteria. Out of these answers, offer and select are the words that can go closer, similar to the meaning, because there are some 600, about 600 gram types, and we have to select something. We have to choose something. Here, with the word on, it mostly matches the offer, word offer, on offer around the world. That you have to drag this word to here. MBA programs on offer around the world. Choice is this one. Now let's move to the next sentence. Here we explain how to plan the right school and course for you and unravel the application and funding process. Now it's going to say something. Other special thing is when you have the word to, it has to be an infinitive. Word to, after the word to, generally infinitive comes. Now let's see what is the suitable infinitive here. Standards is not an infinitive, except doesn't match here. Hold. To hold the right school. Here we explain how to hold the right school doesn't match. How to choose the right school. How to select the right school. How to minority doesn't match. How to want, it doesn't match. How to majority criteria. These words doesn't match. We have to select the best match. Here we have to select the best answer. Choose is like decision, making a decision. We have to make a decision on something. Select is when you have some list, particularly, so you select something, or sometimes you select a cell. Select a cell in a computer, like when you have Excel file, you select one cell and highlight it. Something similar to that one. Select we can use like there is a list of items, you select one. Choose is more about taking a decision. So here the best answer is to choose the right school and course for you. Now it says something within inverted commas. That means someone is saying something. Here, inverted comma finishes here, and then this person says something. He is a consultant in Los Angeles. Now let's see what he has said here. Probably the blank of people applying to business school are at a point in their careers where. When you have this word where, starting from where means that they explain further something. Now let's see what can be the answer for this blank. Probably the. When you have the word the and after that there's a blank, that means definitely it should be a noun. Other thing is when you have the word of, there is a blank before that one, it also should be a noun. Now let's see which are the suitable nouns that matches to this blank. Probably the. Standards of people applying to business school, not matching, except doesn't match here. Hold of people, select, minority, want, majority. Out of minority and majority, the best suitable answer, according to this sentence, probably the majority of people applying to business schools are at a point in their career. So it has to be majority. It doesn't say something specific about minority of people are doing this one, majority of people are doing that one. So it has to be majority. Majority of people applying to business school are at a point in their careers where they know they blank shake things up, but they don't know exactly what they want to do with their professional lives. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. And again, in the previous phrase, it says in their careers where they know they to shake things up, but they know something, but they don't know what they want. Let's see what can be the answer. They know they standards to shake things up that doesn't match, except to shake things up, except doesn't match here, hold, select to shake things up, minority to shake things up, they want. Here the best answer should be the word want. Another thing is later on this same sentence, it says they don't know what they want. That says by this particular consultant in Los Angeles. And then let's move to the next sentence. If that's the case with you, look at other. Now there is a colon here. When you have the colon here, it has been explaining a particular list. Now let's see what can be the answer. Look at the standards. Can these be standard? These are not standard. These are culture, teaching method, location. Those are not the standards. Normally we call these a kind of list. This can be a criteria. Other word doesn't match here. These can be criteria. So most important word, most suitable word here is the word criteria. So this is how you have to solve the reading fill in the blanks question also. Now let's move to the next question. Question type 5 in the reading section is the reading MCQs choose single answer. You will be given 1.5 marks for this question for reading. This question is not that very important because you will have only 1.5 marks out of 90. Now let's see how you can face for this question in the exam. You will be given a paragraph and based on that you will select one answer. You will have to select one answer. Here, the thing you can identify here, you have a circle button to select. When you have the circle button, you have to select only one answer. Previously, I said when there's a square button, you have multiple answers, but just select one answer for the sake of not having negative marks. Here, you have the circle button and also you have to select just one answer. In this question, actually, this is the last part of the reading sections. You have to manage with the remaining time. You will be given 1 or 2 questions of this one. If you have time, just read the paragraph and select an answer. If you doesn't have time, just select one answer and go to the next section. Basically, 5 sections are there for the reading section. I would like to invite you all to subscribe to my channel because that can be a motivation for me to do more videos like this. I hope you learned something. Until we meet from the next video, have a nice day.